Alberta Primetime with Michael Higgins.
Welcome to Alberta Primetime. Ahead tonight, our Friday panel on the leader of the Parti Québécois paying a visit to our province. But first, corralling candidates. Campaign signs already sprouting up across the province ahead of next month's municipal elections. And while the September 22nd nomination deadline is rapidly approaching, there is a push for prospective candidates to toss their hats in the ring and run for local council. And joining us now, Tyler Gandam, President of Alberta Municipalities, of course, the Mayor of Wetaskiwin as well. Hello, sir.
Good day. How are you?
I'm well. Good. Welcome back. Your organization, tag teaming with rural counterparts, RMA, on encouraging Albertans to take the plunge into municipal politics. So is there a shortage of candidates?
There are. It was, even for my community, up until a few weeks ago, there was only 5 people that had registered to run for council, of a council of 6 plus the mayor. We're now up to about 15, so that's promising. But hearing the conversations around the community and hearing from people who were thinking about running and are seeing the treatment of elected officials and why they might not be willing to put themselves out there for that or put their families kind of in that way.
You mentioned your community. I should probably ask, are you running for a third term?
Yes, I'll be running for a third term as mayor.
Of Wetaskiwin. Yeah. Okay, so what should then motivate Albertans to follow in footsteps of folks like yourself? So
prior to being elected, I thought really involved in the community. I served on our paid-on-call fire department. I ran the slow pitch league. All of the things that you want to do inside a community to be a leader, right? And just to make the community better. And so I thought that was a really good way to be involved and engaged in a community. And it's nothing compared to being on council. It was a pretty steep learning curve as my first term on council back in 2013. To see how engaged you are with the community and when you actually get out there and talk to people, and it's at grand openings or celebrations or dinners that you're invited to, that you're getting to talk to a mix of different people. What's it like being on council? I love it. I mean, in terms of looking at motivating someone to follow in your footsteps. I love it. The reason I ran for mayor in Wetaskiwin 8 years ago was because I love the community, and that's why I started on council 12 years ago. So I think that if you've got a passion for your community and you have a vision of what it might look like in 5, 10, 20 years, it's definitely something you should get involved with. So the motivation ends up matching the experiences? It exceeds. I think beyond that, I think what you get involved with and what you think you're getting involved with, there's a really great opportunity to shape what your community looks like. And again, I'm hoping that they're not running to be reelected in 4 years, saying what you think people want to hear, but truly taking a look at what your community is and how you can shape that in the coming decades. Yeah, for many, this would bring added responsibility to their working lives, to wherever they are at in life. So what are the demands of the role? What kind of time should an individual, a prospective municipal politician, have to commit to? Depends on the size of your community, but I'll start with mine. So getting ready for council meetings, and from the outside it looks like you only run 2 meetings a month, and that's basically your role as a member of council, and it goes so far beyond that. The research you have to do in the upcoming council meetings, all of the reading you have to do. Oftentimes we have hundreds of pages of agenda to get prepared for. You're getting into budgets that are hundreds of pages and dealing with anywhere from $1 million up to $1 billion for your annual budget. Making sure you have a good understanding of what the infrastructure needs are. Coming into a role on council as a one issue candidate, you're going to get bored really quickly when you may or may not get that issue put through council, trying to deal with the rest of the stuff that council actually does in terms of governance and policy and budgeting and building a community. Okay, so that's a bit of a hurdle, but there are other challenges as well. In your case, you faced a recall petition in 2024. Other towns and city councils have faced disruptions and unruly protesters over all kinds of contentious issues. If I could ask, how much has this municipal political landscape changed in the 12 years
that it's been since you were first elected as a town council or city council?
Incredibly, yeah. No, it's changed incredibly. You're seeing more use of social media through fake accounts or anonymous accounts, making stuff up or sharing misinformation, or even just questioning your decisions that are made. And when you're on council and you're making decisions, you're not going to be the most popular person in the room. But again, it goes back to, are you making decisions that are in the best interest of the community long term, or are you making decisions to appease the loudest people in your community or to get reelected in 4 years?
What do you say to those folks out there watching right now who are hesitant to take this plunge purely because of the degree of political divisiveness that exists society-wide, but here in Alberta as well?
It's very real. I wouldn't tell you otherwise. I think that...
How do you navigate that, though?
I think having good resources, having good support systems in place, coping mechanisms, and just being well-versed in what you're talking about. Somebody can not like a decision you've made, and that's totally fine. But I think that when you can go into a situation and make a decision based on the research that you've done, the communication that you've had, councils bring people in, consultants, experts, professionals who are helping us make these decisions. It's not just one day we decided to paint all the sidewalks purple because that seemed like a fun thing to do. There are rhymes to the reasons of why we do things. And I think the more people get involved with their local municipal councils, the better understanding they have and understand how a municipality is run and why.
Okay, let's say you've just sold somebody. There's one person out there who said, okay, I'm going to run for council now. What kind of supports, Alberta Municipalities, RMA, what do you bring to the table in this short little window that's left between now and September 22nd to take the plunge?
I would say, first of all, reach out to somebody who's currently on council or maybe who has served on council, whether it's in your community or not. Reach out and talk to them about some of the expectations and how to get involved. Go to your municipality's office. They'll have candidate information packages. They'll have the package for you to submit your nomination papers. Start talking to people and understanding the process to get elected. And then a lot of times getting elected isn't the hard part. It's the work that comes after that. But I'll tell you, there's no better way to be involved and engage in a community like there is when you're on city council or town council.
And it's not too late?
It's not too late. Get your papers in, start talking to people. Alberta Municipalities is a great resource for that as well. Like you said, we partnered with the rural municipalities of Alberta on how to prepare yourself to get elected or to run for municipal council. And we've put 400 people through different webinars on what to expect and how to navigate the waters. And I think that is a really good opportunity for you to get a glimpse of what it's like to be on municipal council. And just be prepared to do a lot of reading.
A lot of reading. All right. Mayor Gandam, good to see you, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thanks kindly for coming in.